Hello. Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a board game arena for. I'm still pretty low ranked. What are these guys ranked at? Does it say? Doesn't say on here. I bet I could look at their profiles, but anyways. But in general, I'm at a pretty low MMR, so try to do something that's going to be good. Um, so opening pack, I see Childless and Grocer. So I kind of like the idea of Childless in this environment because I bet doing like focusing on the first family growth above all else is going to be a fine strategy. And Childless pays me off if family growth flips in round 7. Like it makes that strategy, it makes it not such a disaster for that strategy to do that. And then I could grab Moldboard Plow or Rammed Clay. I think both of those are pretty reasonable. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Moldboard or Rammed Clay. I think Moldboard is pretty strong, actually. I think Moldboard is quite strong. Because there seems to be a lot of wood in this format. I've always thought, oh man, these guys should be tight on wood, and they always end up getting there, so. Uh, this kind of stinks. Nothing I really want here. Like, no Ox that I'm willing to delay Childless for. So let's pick something that comes after Childless. So like Frame Builder, Manservant, I guess. I guess I'll take Frame Builder. I don't even know. I guess I should take Manservant because maybe I wheel Groom and actually get a Stonehouse strategy. It's possible. And Miner, I think this is a pretty easy shifting cultivation. That's a reminder, Rylocren, that I need to update the title. Yeah. So Fool, and I brought back Plague Minder. I think that's the only one I had retired. I don't think there are any other emotes that I had retired. Honestly, I forgot that was a thing when Lumen commented on it. So Plow Driver is good, but I don't think I'm ever taking Plow Driver given my first two miners. So I think this is probably just Mini Pasture and Scholar. Maybe Hard Porcelain. I don't think I've taken Hard Porcelain or Acorn Basket over Mini Pasture though. I don't think so. Not with Scholar. Because Scholar plus Mini Pasture, there's always the, play it and all of a sudden I can grab the pair of cattle unexpectedly. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like a good start for Lumber Mill. Doesn't seem like I'm on the baking life. I think I take Paper Maker just because of Scholar and Pond Hut. Part of what makes these games feel especially samey is that my I don't evaluation of the cards probably should have changed more than it has, but it's difficult to switch gears, I think, and also it's kind of hard to know because of the variance in player ability and play style. To like, I think that's made it difficult because I haven't played that many games on Arena. Consultant is totally fine with Scholar. And then I could grab. But yeah, I think Thick Forest and Stone Tongs are both reasonable options here. Stone Tongs lets me do maybe make a major or two when renovating to stone, even with Scholar. Whereas Thick Forest, I probably want a good clay grab. Let's go Thick Forest given Paper Maker. But yeah, mission number one this game, get a wood room in Childless Online. And then after that, it's either sit in the family growth queue or get ready to reno to stone. Hmm. Can I actually do something with Frame Builder? Am I ever actually building a wood room? That seems unlikely. I think room might let me spend a bit extra wood for some points. The carrying pot, I guess. I don't really think that pick matters. And these two don't matter. So I wonder if the assistant tiller also pulled seasonal worker. There was seasonal worker, but otherwise I didn't pass. That was the only day labor combo card I passed, so this is a game where I consider taking one read. Depending on if I don't really want to start player, and if two wood's not there, I guess I think about two clay given sheep market or given sheep slipped already, but this player has been extremely slow. This is going to be very painful if they play like this the whole game. Yeah, I'll take 2 wood. Two reed would be sick. Yep. It's possible. It's possible I get there. Green goes mushroom collecting. Red plays seasonal worker. Purple reedstone food. Well, green took reedstone food, but we'll see what purple does. Purple might take 3 wood. Nice. Nice. So if expensive ox there, I'll play childless this round. If it's not, I guess I probably 2 wood. Yeah. Red's playing another Ock here. I wonder if Red maybe has Clay Pit, wants to get the third Ock out for Clay Pit here. Or Loam Pit, I guess, in this format. Okay, board kind of sucks, so I'll just build. Zoom in a bit. Board and hands are both small. The problem is if I zoom in anymore, that happens. Sorry, Relocran. Another plow here. Wonder if Red wants to get some grain in the ground. Traverse the distance of my living room and sit closer to the action. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. There's a lot of information that needs to fit on the screen. Take Reedstone food here. It's a way of taking one food for my feeding so that I don't need to take either of these and I can just take good resource actions next round. Plus, I want to take Reedstone food anyways with my Scholar, so... Yeah, it is Lone Pit. So the plow for the day labor first action before playing Lone Pit is a bit confusing because like I'm just not sure that they actually needed that move. Kind of confused by it. Chris's BGA equivalent, so Vincent or Tyzak. Those are the two people who developed the game. T. Isaac and Vincent with multiple T's. Vincent. Illumines Vincent. Yeah, we'll complain to Lumen about that one. Take Reedstone food again. Uh, yeah, I want to get. I'm hoping for 5 clay next round for my thick forest. You guys get some follower emotes now. Yeah, the Fool and Plagminder is back as well. What? Not showing up here. Is it showing up for you guys? It's supposed to show up. Might be that this OBS hasn't updated. Yeah, it looks like it is working. At least for you. You know what? The Minder is slightly smaller than the Fool. That's gonna bother me. It's slightly smaller. Can't see it in chat. You can see it works on my screen. Oh, in yeah, you need to refresh Rylocran. Your cache is needs to be updated. Yeah, well, also 2 4 food actions that yeah nobody really needs. Yeah, I want to get 5 clay next round. Should I take 3 wood here? Could take 3 wood now. I could take food now. Like taking a food action now is fine, but also leaving a ton of good resource actions for next round seems okay. Green's gonna build here, sure. But yeah, we got 3 more follower. We get 5 follower emotes, which is pretty cool actually. So, um, I would appreciate some suggestions. I know I'm being very demanding of you today, Rylocran. All right, show me five clay. Uh, uh, uh. What? What? Okay. All right, five clay into thick forest, or five clay into bottom feeding five food. Probably not fireplace second action because they do want to play this thick forest card, and there's a lot of food on the table. Cottage or gonna cottage? Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Oh, I also probably most of the people who engage with the stream regularly will be aware of this already, but I did pick the dates for the second annual question mark Play-agricola holiday charity tournament. So details are on Discord. I'll post more details. I'll advertise in more places like on the forum and on BGA and on Board Game Geek closer to the date to get people to actually sign up and donate. But it's gonna be the second weekend in December. I think it's the 10th and the 11th. Oh wow, we've been Mantelpiece round five for North. Interesting. That's fun. That's quite fun. They're gonna be a second annual 24-hour stream. Maybe actually. Yeah, you know what? I could probably do one in between Christmas and New Year's. I could do that because I'll have that entire time off. So thing is, I'm also planning a ski trip, so it'll depend on yeah maybe on New Year's if depending on where I am at New Year's. Yeah, well, and I'm hoping so. We made raised about $750 last year, so I'm hoping that with a little more advanced warning, and then also announcing it on Board Game Arena, that we can hit $1,000. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool. Nice, nice priest here. Yeah, mantelpiece into priest, really fun. I guess I'll grow if I have to. Should I force the fireplace grab here? I could play mini pasture now. I mean, I either play it this round or next round, so I think I'd play it here. And this forces green to grab the sheep with this action, and if they don't, I'll oh, whoops. Supposed to do it like that. I thought I had missed out on my chance. No, I need to hit the fence button here. There we go. And if green doesn't immediately take the sheep, then I'll snag the sheep myself, and then I can play thick forest next round. And second action, there's 4 wood, there's reedstone food, there's 6 food. I'll get one of those actions back. I know the fireplace has been grabbed, but the reason to mini pasture here is literally just to force this action from green, because this means I get a very good second action, and I can play thick forest next round. Like, there's no difference this round versus next round for thick forest. And food's been plentiful, so turning food into building resources seems like a good thing to do. Yeah, 6 food traveling players, 4 wood, reedstone food. Happy with any of those actions. I guess there's a chance I wheel 3 stone next round, so I'd bias myself slightly towards the 4 wood or the 6 food. I think either of those are slightly better. And also, the other thing I guess I'll mention is it maybe wasn't obvious that I was going to first move start player there, given childless. But since it's a round 7 family growth game and I don't start player and green does, there's definitely a world where green and then purple both start player into grow. And then by that point, red might be ready to build or someone else might be ready to build again. So then I'd be forced to start player into grow. So if I'm going to have to do that, and very likely to have to do that anyways, may as well do it now and get to grow before everyone else. Oh. 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 I think given mini pasture is in play already, I probably choose the cooking hearth over the clay oven. So given that, I think I take a grain and a vegetable here. If I was going to go into the baking line, I think I take a grain there. If I was going to go into the vegetable, then certainly take a vegetable. So now 6 wood is an interesting option. 6 wood is an interesting option. But probably the 6 wood goes to the player who's least relevant for the for the final score, which is red. Red's maybe doing okay, but just that they've like not shown any desire to build whatsoever. Like they get jumped by green, they get jumped by blue, or they don't get jumped by green, but they likely get jumped by purple. So you're growing fourth. That seems tough. And we know they don't have rammed clay because green's got rammed clay. I don't know. If you have an axe here, if you're red and you have like an axe, you can start player axe next round, then I kind of like that. Was insanely greedy by green. Yep. Yep. Purple should definitely start player here. I think with 16 food in your supply, you don't need to be that greedy. Because the other thing too is I could build again. Like I could just build second action, and then I grow 7 and 9, and that seems pretty good. The reason that I'm not going to do that though is just because um, it's too much wood. Yeah, the 3 stone is too appealing. If there was a worse action than 3 stone, I would consider it. Don Corleone, I am honored and grateful that you've invited me to your daughter's wedding. On the day of your daughter's wedding, their first child to be of masculine. I assume you're referencing something, but I don't get it, Rylocran. Sorry. Is that from a movie, I guess? You have to remember, I'm young. I haven't seen. I'm gonna assume this is a boomer movie. Oh, this is why that works. Oh no, actually, because cottager can day labor. So actually, it depends on red. Red decides whether green gets to build next round or not. You know what? I've watched up one time, only one time, and I don't remember it. I remember it was I liked it, but like I don't remember. I haven't watched it a bunch of times, only the once. I don't remember most of it. So with this second room built by green, then I think I really am off of building another wood room and very much on the let's get to stone and get my scholar and manservant in play. Mhm. So 6 clay here means I can build a hearth and the pottery, I believe. Yep. If I take stone again, I guess I could build the well. But I think yeah, the well's not enough food for the next harvest. Hearth and pottery is. Yeah. I think this might be I think given mini pasture, given I had already passed green mini pasture, and given Ram's clay, I don't think I would take 6 clay over or 6 wood over an action. Because in this game, I'm not actually convinced that that's action neutral. Normally, I think taking 6 wood to grow 1 round later is action neutral because you usually just gain yourself a 3 wood action, which is neutral. The problem is with mini pasture in the game and late family growth, we might see some pretty tall wood piles. And more importantly for green, tall clay piles. Although both of them get taken here. So Reno's uncontested, so I can take 4 wood here. Maybe green gets to do 6 wood into family growth though. So if they get the 6 wood into family growth, then that seems worth it. 2 6 wood actions to grow around later. That's definitely worth it. Is red gonna let the that go by? Oh no, red built. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot red built this round. Never mind. Never mind. This start is plague. Beautiful. It is pretty nice since I have not yet submitted since I submitted enough emotes that didn't have like any problems with them. They just they said okay, you can just submit whatever and you don't have to worry about it. Do I pottery first here? I guess I pottery before cooking hearth. Since maybe purple wants the cooking hearth. Because purple can't actually render a stone, so. So yeah, two boar, Renault cooking hearth, scholar. Seems good. Yeah, two boar plus making the cooking hearth plus pottery plus manservant. I won't really have to worry about food anymore. Like maybe I pay one wood for 5 food or 6 food with paper maker, but I won't have to worry about food after that. Yeah, that does seem good. Eh? It seems pretty good. Oh, red's got sleeping quarter. Nice, nice. Okay, I was shit talking red. That okay. I didn't think red was heading towards building at all, and I thought red's action sequences seemed a bit odd, but okay, that seems a lot better. Good job, red. So what I need to do probably is make sure that red doesn't get good wood actions. Make sure that I continue to take wood actions really highly so that green has to take any decent clay action and like okay wood actions so that red is not getting really good wood actions. Because yeah, with that move, I definitely think red just jumped up to be my number one competition. The mantelpiece is really huge for purple, but like aside from that, like purple's feeding is not really very good. Like sure, purple still needs to make the clay oven, like take grain, make the clay oven. Or just fish, I guess. Maybe there's so much food in the game that having bad feeding is not a downside. Renault is no, Renault's uncontested. Yeah, Renault's uncontested. I don't need to Renault here. The cooking hearth, I guess, could be contested, but purple's gonna go to clay, so or make the clay oven. Purple legally cannot Renault. Clay oven was built already. Oh, good call. Thank you. Yes, yes. So yeah, purple's feeding is maybe bottom feeding is good enough this game. Maybe canoe plus it's just canoe. Maybe that'll be good enough for this game. I saw a comment on YouTube that I should when I respond to questions, I should read the question out since it makes it easier for people to listen. Um, So I'm gonna try to do that more because I have noticed that other streamers do that, and I do appreciate when they do it because I very rarely am watching super closely. I'm almost always doing something else. All right, we got there. This is pretty. Plague seems good. Like the breeding boar is just like the gravy on the cake, really. It's just absolutely the gravy on the cake. I need to restart the turn because I need to do this first. And do that, eat the boar, so that I can then click that to play an occupation, so that I can play manservant. That's an old meme on this channel. HKLJ. That's an old one. That's one that Nathan. That's one of Nathan's quotes. So as I said, make sure that I keep the wood pressure up. Plowing might be better. Not with moldboard plow, I don't think so. I think I want to get moldboard plow into play. There's actually a question of do I moldboard plow next round or not? That's actually something I was wondering whether or not I'm supposed to moldboard plow next round. The thing is, if 3 stone comes back, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna grab 3 stone and pretty sure I'm just gonna grab 3 stone and make the well or the clay oven, or sorry, stone oven. But yeah, start player moldboard plow to plow first action next round seems okay. Since I'm unlikely to be able to start player in 11 into plow, most likely. I guess it's possible, I guess, that I could start player moldboard plow in 11. The thing is, I really want family growth without room. I don't really want plow sow. I really want family growth without room. So I kind of don't want to start player in 11. I kind of want to try for start player in 12, I think. Pond Hut was better than Manservant. If I want to play Pond Hut, it's 3 ox, right? Not 2 ox? Is it 2? Oh, I thought I could still play Pond Hut. You're right, it is 2 ox. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could have played Pond Hut. The thing is, I also kind of want to get Groom out, so I'm not too like turning a wood into a point. Like I can just play Groom, right? Like Pond. So playing Pond Hut and Manservant is equivalent on food, and then playing Groom 1 round earlier lets me turn a wood into a point one. So I think Pond Hut was not really that important. I have 2 more start players: Moldboard Plow and Shifting Cultivation. So and maybe I don't play Shifting Cultivation. I don't have to. Nothing says that I have to. The stone's gone. Okay, so the stone being gone actually makes my decision a lot easier. Last action, plow. If plow's not there, I can fence. Whew. Yeah, at this point, like my game is pretty on rails. It's get family growth without room in 13 if I can. It's otherwise value plow one field very highly for my fields. And activate Scholar every round for, whatever. So I'll play Groom here. I guess I could have made the Groom stable external, because if I do make the Groom stable external, then I could take a pair of sheep here. But I don't think that's what I'm doing here. It is a nice song. Yeah, I enjoy that track whenever it comes up, Gary. Yeah, I just wish I like the idea of Twitch having these tracks that are explicitly cleared to play when you're streaming. I like that, but I just wish that they were expanding the choice more often, because I think there's a lot of EDM and a lot of and I don't really want to listen to that. Fence anyways, I might get the sheep back. Maybe. Yeah, I guess green doesn't really need the food, but I would imagine green's taking the sheep with 4 moves, 4 family members. I would guess that green's taking the sheep, but yeah, maybe not. They do have milk jug in the well, so uh oh, it's gone. It's past. Is there history? I haven't looked at this at all. This is okay. I have to do it twice. Sorry. Okay. Hotkey it is. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's actually a way to go back to the previous song. Yeah. Start player is still here. That's interesting to me. Definitely fencing this round because it lets me grab a pair of cattle next round. And yeah, last action, so is taken by red. Last action, grabbing the sheep sounds great. If not, taking clay is fine. And start player is okay. I don't really want to start player, but I could start player. I guess I could take one cattle twice. Yeah, I might have to one cattle twice given lasso. Yeah, given lasso. Yeah. Start player is still there. I think I'm taking the sheep. Whoops. Oh, let's put all the boar there. Oh, hey, they changed it. So now when I click the max boar, it actually pulled the boar from the house into there. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. I like that that's how that works now. That automatically pulls all the boar into that pasture. Oh, that's great. That's a great change. Yeah, this is a great. I think this is a great implementation of the game for as someone who already knows all the rules and everything. Like I can't evaluate it as someone who doesn't know the game that well, right? I don't know how good a job it does of actually communicating like certain things to new players, but as someone who knows the game really well, it's a great adaptation. Someone who doesn't need help with the rules. Be interesting in how possible it will be to expand with more decks, given that the rules and interactions get so much more complex. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, I agree, and I think probably what we're gonna have happen, I would guess that like when the card pool is like 50 cards, right? You know, did half of the cards have implementation problems? And I would guess that as the number of cards total pool of cards, that percentage of every time you add a card, like there's that much more likely to be an issue with it because it's that much more likely that there's another card that it's not going to interact with correctly. So I would guess that at some point they say like like 90% of more than 90% of new cards have to have a bunch of programmed interactions with other cards. Um, but if the player base is really active on A, noticing issues, and B, reporting them, then, that goes a long way, right? It's kind of okay that if the beggar, it's kind of okay if that's what you use beta for, right? And alpha, okay, I don't want to rearrange. I want to click that one. I always get those confused. And I won't need a clay here. I have plenty of animals, so I'll keep the clay. It's annoying that resources are disconnected from the farms. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, it seems like the release was a success, right? Because they literally said, "Hey guys, stop asking us about new cards. Just focus on having the release be really successful, and we can talk about that later." And then, like, not very long after, they were saying, "Okay, um, we're coming out with more decks." Like very closely after the release. So I'm literally just playing Papermaker here to play and turn a wood into food with Consultant because I've got lots of wood. I retain Start Player and hit Family Growth. Oh man, this game. So that's the kind of thing where that's gonna get. Yeah, those are gonna have to be manually programmed. Because the game is hard coded. I'm sure that they're gonna have to hard code all those things in. Now, ideally, if you were forward thinking as a developer, you would say, rooms have a base cost, and every time you play this kind of card, you set a new base cost, and you give the user a choice of what base cost they want to have for the room or whatever. But yeah, those are obviously like the more functionality you have to put in, the more difficult it is. Like that was always the reason Play Agricola was the way that it was, right? Always. And if we can have two developers who are like good at implementing games and are presumably making money building it, then great. Then they can build a card pool that works. But obviously that didn't happen on Botage, so you know. I think people had a reasonable reason to be skeptical. Stone oven is gone and the well is gone, right? So yeah, 3 stone is only really useful for the joinery and the BMW, but more likely the joinery. So purple just took start player. So is purple going to give me family growth or plow sow? Honestly, I'm happy with both of those things. Purple start playing is fantastic for me. Actually fantastic for me. Like, what do I even need at this point? I have enough wood for 2 more stables. Um, I have the food for shifting cultivation. Like, what? Do I do a sow action here just in case I don't get that move? Do I do a one vegetable action? I guess I do a one vegetable action, sure. Get the feeling the card coding is pretty well made. Surprisingly few bugs with C and D. Good, that's good. Well, and they do. I think they do. Like, I think the fact that I'm guessing that those two guys are either full time developers for Board Game Arena, or they are contracted to make Agricola work. And in either case, they are able to dedicate a lot of time to it. So, that's a good sign. That's a good sign for the health of the game long term. That's a really good sign for the health of the game long term. In either case. And what did people say, that Agricola was the number one most requested game to add to Board Game Arena for like 7 years or something? And if it's popular, great. I'm really happy if it's popular. Really happy if it's popular. So I think the only thing that's holding back my score is how many points I'm getting from cattle. Because getting the fourth family member is quite huge. And my improvement score is not amazing, but the pottery plus the cooking hearth, like that's something. That's 4 points, assuming I max out my pottery. Sorry, that's 5 points, assuming that I score two bonus out of my pottery, which I think is quite reasonable. Yeah, I'm not guaranteed to max out the pottery, but certainly 4 points seems like a reasonable guess that I could get to that. Yeah, like I don't really need the 4 wood for anything unless it's exactly for the joinery. And for a similar reason, I don't really want to take stone here because I kind of want to let the stone go up one more and take it then. Because if it goes up one more, then I can build two majors. So maybe I'll take 4 clay here with the thought that I don't need to eat any more clay, and this maybe helps me. This maybe lets me get better actions next round. The grocer also has not come out yet. That's worth noting that the grocer has not come out yet for green. I assume green has grocer, at least. There's the BMW gone. So green might go after the joinery. Green could play grocer here and then go after the joinery. Because green would buy with the grocer would buy to 11 wood. But then they have all this clay that's not used for anything, so presumably it will become wood with rammed clay. So that leaves them a bunch extra wood for the joinery or the see how they pay for this. That'll tell us. Also, whether or not they're trying to go to stone. I would guess you're trying to go to stone with the grocer. I would think you do, but yeah. Oh, so I'll mention it now. I guess I may as well. We're into November. I'm going on another trip. Going to California. Got a wedding. This wedding on the 20th, I think. But this one, I'm in California. I'm staying with friends, so I will certainly stream at least a couple days while I'm there. 7 wood available. Quite a bit. So yeah, I'm happy I get Plauso here or I get Family Growth. I'm happy with either. And I think, given 7 wood, I can wheel start player. So, and I think, and I don't even necessarily need to wheel start player. I just need to wheel plow or, well, I really need to wheel sow bake. If start player gets taken by the player after me, then I want to sow bake and then plow in one of the next 2 rounds, and then I can play shifting cultivation as 1 point as well. Since it seems like I should have enough food. But yeah, the resources in this game, there's been a lot of resources in this game. A lot of resources in this game. Do I go for Plauso here? I think I go for Plauso here. I think there's like no, I think there's almost no reason for me to let someone else have Plauso. Put it that way. Although maybe playing shifting cultivation there was not a good move. Uh, yeah, I'm worried about it like going all the way around the table, but I guess this player doesn't really need it. Yeah, I mean, I have 5 family members. Let's get Plauso. Yeah, scores are going to be quite high this game. The sleeping corner made a pretty big difference. And yeah, the play's been like quite reasonable actually. I guess I really need to adjust. I really need to adjust my valuation of wood in particular in this format. I think that's not something that I've adjusted well. Is recognizing how plentiful wood is in this format. So next action, I have cattle or reed. I think I'm not taking the cattle. I think I'm taking the reed because I can get cattle this round or next round. But if I don't build the BMW, I'm really running out of stuff to do. Like genuinely running out of stuff to do. Because my food is almost taken care of with, well, I play wall builder just to convert an extra wood into food. Why not grain? I guess I could have taken a grain for a point. Yeah. I don't know. Great, like so is still there. So like the one grain space doesn't seem that important when so is still available. And it's only a 1 point move. But yeah, I am looking for point moves. You're right. Cow seems mandatory unless I open with it. Interesting. I mean, I could open cow. Taking cow is maybe better than sowing or taking the reed there. I don't know. This player is probably not going to take the cow. This player might take the cow for food, but they have 19 food. So they'd have to want to do a 1 point action. And is green does green have better moves than 1 point? The question is red going to take the cow? And I think the answer is no, not before fencing. So I think there's a chance I wheel the two cow here. Let's eat the vegetable. Because I'm going to plow so I can sow another veg. Let the sheep breed and give myself the option of taking one sheep. The joinery is still available. Maybe I should have taken the stone last round instead of the other card. Play pipe a 5 head play. Yeah, paper maker. Yeah, because now I I have 4 moves left. I have 10 food already, and I'm already scoring 50 points. And I breed a point from boar, so at minimum 51. Yep. The other players' farms look pretty good, but their scores are not that high. Like, everybody has a pretty good looking farm. But their scores are not, well, they're not at 50. So green is going to lasso the cattle. Interesting. Okay. Sure. I thought maybe green was going to go for Reno. That's fine. Obviously, it takes a way to get points away from me, but doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, this game. I have too many points otherwise. Oh, I definitely forgot about drinking troughs. So red actually had more animal capacity than I was giving them credit for. I hilariously have the resources to make a stone room here. And then to probably take clay, take reed as my final 3 moves. 1 point on each of the clay and the reed grabs. So I maybe cost my point by not taking a cattle, but if I do take the cattle, then I think I probably have a 0 point play with my final move. So assuming that I have points with every action this round, I think it works out. Because I probably would not have time to stable. Well, that's not true. If I take 1 cattle last round, maybe red takes cattle here, and then I can take a 1 point sheep. I think it's only a 1 point difference, most likely. But yeah, it's possible. It's only a 1 point difference, assuming I get to build the BMW here. If I don't build the BMW, then it's more. But it looks like yeah, I think I will get to build the BMW. Unless red needs to feed somehow with a major. Or, yeah, just play the fireplace. I have a reminder for William. Um, BMW is gone. Who just built the BMW? Did they build it last round? So the BMW must have gone last round. Whoops. Well, spending a wood for all that food was pretty dumb. Whoops. That was dumb. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I have too many points here. I have so many points that I can afford to make mistakes like that in this game. Yeah, I should have checked if the BMW was still available before I ate that wood. Joinery's still there. I still get the joinery. But yeah, only if major doesn't get blocked. But yeah. 3 read looking like a wasted move. Absolutely. So taking the clay looks pretty bad now when I have 11 clay at the end and I have a dead 3 read action. That taking a clay move looks pretty bad. Well, I could have taken the stone then. So yeah, I definitely could have at least one more point in this game. At least. Oh well. I still win by a sizable amount. The grocer never got played. Interesting. Interesting. Purple, what's up? Oh, some familiar names on the top of the ladder. Matt, Northern Watch, Yellinger. I guess is this MMR or is this yeah, no, this is ladder. Yeah, this is arena points. And Monsieur T Pembo, number 2 in MMR. Nice. And a bunch of Japanese players. I don't know if there. I don't really think we have any Japanese players who play on Play-agricola. Yeah, is Purple quit here? This player is not playing. What can I do? Man, Board Game Arena and people quitting on Board Game Arena. Holy crap. Every time it happens, it just makes me not want to play that much more. Are you kidding me? They don't count that as a finished game? Are you kidding me? They're not going to count that as a finished game. The player literally quit. Oh, what? All right. Who are they friends with? Hmm. Although they play every Giant fairly frequently, but it doesn't look like they particularly throw in those games. Well, that sucks. Uh, before the end. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. This okay. Honestly, it's been like what at least a third of all my board game arena games have had a quitter in them. Ah, oh, it really makes me not want to play on that site. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll see you then.